So, well...
Okay. Welcome to another episode of The Future is Hydrogen. E-fuel.
Welcome. Day 5. Like and subscribe. We're at the Tesla Supercharger. Welcome to another episode of The Future is Electric. So we are on the last of two Tesla Superchargers in the south of Italy. So we are going to have to rely on other brands for the last leg of our trip. It is day 5 of this 3,000 kilometer journey all the way from Leeds in the UK. We've driven down through France, through Switzerland, through most of Italy, and now we're approaching the south of Italy to eventually cross to Sicily today. We cross to Sicily today and eventually taking the ferry back to our home country of Malta. So we are supercharging on a Tesla charger in the north of Napoli. This supercharger is the only one we've encountered on our trip. To be honest, I was expecting them to be all like this, but it is the only one which is located in the parking area of what looks to be like a commercial center. So there's like shops and restaurants and all of that good stuff. I was expecting that to start with, not the case, but this is the only one we've found so far which was like this. So we actually just got the notification that we have enough charge, even though we're at 89%, to continue our journey to the next rapid charger, which is 232 kilometers away. I will come back once we're on the road and speak a bit about the efficiency of the car. Tesla, of course, are the leaders in this. So despite competition from every single brand out there at this point, in terms of the efficiency of electric vehicles, Tesla were and still by 2023 lead this race. And I'm going to give you some real world data of what we got in this Tesla Model 3 performance on the highway at speeds in varying temperatures, which were always, I would say, less than 20 degrees.
Just a little bit yesterday, just a bit over, maybe it went up to 21, 22, but the rest was, I think, averaging around
10 degrees.
10 to 15.
Yeah, so pretty cold for us, let's say that, coming from Malta. We stayed at Il Roseto, which is a lovely little hotel, which had Tesla destination chargers, and Tony was very nice, very knowledgeable owner. He told me he believes that the future is electric also. So if you're doing this trip, make sure you check out this hotel. Fantastic breakfast as well. All right.
The owner owns, he said he owns an electric Megane, which we saw.
He owned a Zoe, he now owns a Megane. Son owns a Zoe.
He has an electric motorbike.
Electric motorbike. So he is on board. He's on board. So support businesses who are helping get us as a civilization get there. Alright, I think we should get on the road. So today was another long one, 550 kilometers, but the end is in sight and you can almost start to feel the Maltese sunshine. Definitely hotter weather down here than we've had up north in Europe. Today is the first day we're actually going to rapid charge three times. We did 2 rapid charges, one earlier this morning and then one in the afternoon, which is at the same time we had lunch. Those were both Tesla networks, and then we gave the route guidance to Taormina, which is where we're heading. Now that is on the island of Sicily, so we are going to be crossing the channel soon on a ferry, and then it's the home stretch to Taormina, which is where we're spending our last night today, before eventually tomorrow heading all the way south after some shopping to the ferry crossing, which then takes us to Malta, and that will be the end. And we have just seen something which is actually, I think, quite fascinating. So this is a used car. Can you bring up the stats? This is a used vehicle with around 70,000 kilometers on the clock here.
And soon going to be 3 years old. Well,
3
it
years.
will be 3 years old in June.
Exactly. So nearly 3 years old. And we've got a third-party app which is connecting with the vehicle and checking our very important battery health. Right? So this is the number one factor why people disincentivize EVs. Don't buy an EV because you're going to have to change the battery and that will cost you a bomb. Well, this car with 70,000 kilometers on the clock is showing a battery degradation in 3 years of just 2.6%. So it's retained 97.4% of its original capacity after 70,000 kilometers. So for all the skeptics in Malta, where we barely do 8,000 kilometers a year, let this sink in. I think it's incredible. And this is for me the proof in the pudding. Dan, do you think you buy a second-hand car, petrol car, which has degraded by just 2.6% since it was bought? I mean, you can't even tell. But in reality, it probably has degraded a lot more than that.
It will have degraded a lot more, definitely.
Because at least now we can tell the state of life of the vehicle, right? Or the battery pack in this case, which is such a huge worry of everyone. Another fantastic fact that we figured out along the journey: efficiency. Real-world efficiency of this Tesla Model 3 at highway speeds in cold weather, not sub-freezing weathers, but cold weather. I think averaging between 10 and 18 degrees along the way. Efficiency, 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is essentially the top of its class. So no other electric vehicle company has beaten Tesla on their efficiency numbers, and this trip has been a testament to that. And let's put some more numbers there to sort of help you out there. So if you were charging this car in Malta, 20 units of electricity on that NM Malta charging scheme, 20 times 0.13 is €2.60 to drive 100 kilometers on highway speeds. And let me make it clear. This car in Malta will get a higher range than what we've gotten on the highway. Because we have no highways, we have hot weather, low speeds, short distances. So these are ideal conditions to achieve the car's WLTP rating, which is something that most EVs do not do in a lot of the colder countries, or in countries where... Oh, yeah, bro.
God.
So welcome to Sicily and the winding roads and tunnels leading to Taormina. Today has been a long day. We left at 8:30 this morning. It is now 6 p.m. and we're going to look for our NLX charger, which is not located with the hotel but in a car park. Is it this car park?
Yes, it's this car park, but it's located on the roof, so you don't take the entrance that you would normally take. But you have to take the entrance which is reserved, basically. So what you have to do is go to the office, let them know that you're here for the charger, and they will let you in.
Daniel's done his homework.
Yes, exactly. So
watch the side of the car there.
Yes, all right, okay. So
wow, there's a lot of chargers.
Yes,
here.
it's full of chargers.
It's full of chargers.
I believe there's around 20 or so.
This is the most we've seen on the trip. They're NLX chargers, so they're 22 kilowatts or 11 kilowatts, the fastest this car is going to accept.
I'm going to go.
I think there's a button, we just press it. I mean, I'm sure they're open. There's so many EVs charging. I am pleasantly surprised by the amount of charging spots here. Get that cable. Big side in the car. Big side in the car.
Big side in the car. Sorry, I haven't got used to that. Okay.
So we figured out the charger. It wasn't as easy as you'd expect, actually. So you cannot actually get to the port. It says...
If you want to see this side, maybe?
It says turn over. We tried to turn this, that wasn't working. So then after a few tries and comparing the shape over here, realize you have to put the cable in diagonally.
Exactly.
And using the cable itself, you turn and put it in. But I can assure you, nowhere is that explained
Not in
on the
English.
charging bay. Well, there's not much else written here, so
No.
nor is it explained, nor is the charging pillar very identifiable from, as in which code, because there's like 10 of them around. So to know which one to activate from the app.
There's this little plate at the back with a lot of little numbers basically over here engraved, and that's the number of the charger.
So in our the good, the bad and the ugly, I guess this would be a bit of a bad. It's our first hiccup in 3,000 kilometers. So yes, if anyone from NLX is seeing this, please improve.
Maybe put some instructions on
Maybe
it
put
in
some
English or
instructions
something.
somewhere.
That's it. Off we go to the hotel.
That's it, pizza time, man.
Pizza time.